What's going on, guys? Spark here, and we're back with Crosswinds. Now, I made a mistake in the last video. I am a human and completely underestimated the power of the fog banks. They are a lot better than I had previously given them credit. So, I'm going to go through what I changed and made it a little bit more control-ish. I still kept a lot of my aggressive cards. I just took out a little bit of the card advantage cards, so I'll show you guys what I did. First off, the Curiosity is out, so that's another sleight of hand and one of the fog banks. And then the other two, I believe, are the favorable winds. Because, you know, obviously if you go turn 2 fog bank, turn 3 favorable winds, it doesn't help you at all. It's nice to have, but, I mean, compared to everything else in this deck, I mean, you might want to take it out for these. But I like the hexproof because if you can get that on Talran, it's really good. And I also added the twin cast, and the twin cast was replaced by one of these, or replaced one of these flyers because, you know, like I said, we're going a little bit more controlling. He can't block and defend us against almost everything in standard, or everything in the format. So, you know, there's a few things that it can block against, but it's probably not going to kill. But that's the big change. I still don't want to run the future sight because I feel like it just lets your opponent know if you have any tricks or any outs, you know, he can play around your hand, and I just don't think it's good. I like being able to play the land off the top of the library, but if you hit a land right after it, you know, it doesn't help you at all. So, you know, that's my feeling there. And if you're holding a land, your opponent knows you're holding a land. It's just, you give up a lot of the guess work in Magic. A few of the other cards that people told me to put in. I think that was it, actually. I think I listened to almost every suggestion. I did want to play the Azure Mage, but I don't think I can find a spot for him because the list is really, really tight. So we got 3 sleight of hands just for the advantage, card draw, deck thin, you know, all that fun stuff. Deck manipulation, not necessarily deck thin. The disperse still for a little bit of removal, and great ways to deal with the stupid tokens that get out of control, and the fog banks. Now, I don't think this deck has a good matchup against Liliana. I think I played a few online. If you haven't checked out the Twitch account, you definitely should, and if you haven't followed me on Twitter, you definitely should, because I tweeted about this deck and let you guys know that it was coming out tonight, and, you know, things like that. But I don't think this can beat Liliana's deck. Like, it can be annoying against Liliana's deck, but you don't have any threats. You have, you know, these 3 fog banks and the Talrans. I mean, ideally you want to bribery and grab something big from them, and that's pretty much your only out. So, I mean, bribery is an absolute must play in this deck. There's no reason to play any less than the one that's in there. But its matchup against Garrick is obviously almost perfect. I don't think I needed the fog banks for him, but it still, you know, helped out a lot. You know, they go turn 3 Leatherback Baboth, and you're just kind of like, I win the game. But no, you should definitely check out the videos on Twitch. I played a real long session that's all up on Twitch right before my League of Legends one, which would be one of the last ones that was played. But I played this deck a few times, just got used to the new list that I made. I like this one a lot better. I mean, ideally it's not as aggressive as I like to play, but it's more mid-ranged, and I like it that way. I wouldn't consider it like a control or a combo, but I would definitely say it's like a mid-range because, you know, we curve out at 5, and I mean, this is the majority of our pools right here. But it's got a lot of things to do. I mean, it worked out really good for me. I really enjoyed it, and I think you guys will like this list too. So, something I don't usually do at the end of a video that I probably should start doing, especially since this video is really short, is I'm going to go through and kind of say the numbers. So we're playing 3 sleight of hands, we're playing 2 disperse, 3 fog banks, 2 mana leaks, 2 rings of Evo's Isle, 1 twin cast, 2 cancels, 2 repulse, 2 Archaeomancers, 3 Rite of Replications, 4 Talrand's Invocation, 1 Talrand, 1 Bribery, 1 Followed Footsteps. Now the Followed Footsteps I don't like and I do like. It's nice to put on your own 2/2 creatures and just kind of have a free blocker, or put on a Fog Bank and just have infinite blockers. But if you put it on your opponent's creatures, you got to make sure that you have something that can block them, and you don't want to remove their creature. They don't have a way to get rid of their creature. Gravitational shift because of the -2, -0 to the non-flying creatures, because like I said, most creatures don't fly, and the creatures that do, you should be able to block all day. The mirror for the combo, and with any card in the deck, bribery, time warp, Tower's invocation, sleight of hand, whatever. Terrible cards need to be done. But yes, you can interact with this on your upkeep. I think I missed it in the thing because I wasn't really paying attention. I think I was panned out looking at Pandora, but that's beside the point. One Sphinx of the Lost Truth. Of Lost Truths, not the Lost Truth. One Tiding, and 2 Time Warps. So, again, thanks for the feedback, guys. I really appreciate the positive feedback and the guys saying, hey, you should take a look at Fogbank, because I really underestimated it. One thing I don't like is all the dislikes on the video. Obviously I made a mistake. It really hurts me when you dislike a video, because, people are going to look through and see, oh wow, this guy's terrible. And obviously the deck wasn't the best. But I still want to have that out there to show, people that I underestimate cards. I'm human, and I'm going to have a link to this deck in it. So hopefully people will go there and see the 2.0 deck. But, whatever. So if you guys did enjoy the video, if you could leave a comment or a like, let me know what's going on and what we should do with this, if anything else that I'm missing. I don't think I am. I think this is exactly what we want. And hopefully I will have Liliana's deck for you guys in a little bit. Alright, see you later. Bye.